Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... So it has been a little bit of a hot second since we've talked about a tree pop video, partially for good reason. Because there was a time where there was a lot going on all at once, basically, and a lot of subterfuge and tactics involved in getting me to review some of the stuff that didn't correspond to me just yet. Based on the second point, which is that I have a rule for tree pop videos, and I have for some time, where because we don't have a lot to say about them necessarily, we actually double them up. So it's every 2 episodes that a true video comes out versus just one. Kind of similar to the Guardians, but the Guardians are for historical reason. This is more a case of, actually lengthening the video out for content. And gradually over time, Tree Pop has learned to respect that. However, despite the fact that it is only a minute or so long, she has technically complied with the prerequisite for this, and therefore, tonight shall be the night where we give Tree Pop exactly what she has been asking for. So with that in mind, I'm joined today with a couple of guests as well, who are eager to also prolong the runtime for us a little bit and talk about some other things as well later on. And those guests particularly will be, first of all, KW.
I was running around in my house. It's because I forgot there was a stream today. When you sent me, I
run and run 1,000 miles, and I am barely breathing.
I was asking if we're still streaming today. Like, yeah, I was just like, writing somewhere. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, okay, I'll just finish the last bit of the show, and then he sent me the stream and saying, "Oh yeah, but I'm starting now." And I was like, "Oh no, wait, let me get on my PC." So I've been writing to.
Yeah, because you asked me what's happening with the stream. I was writing Sword on my lawn, so that's why this is a bit late. Incidentally, for those of you watching in live chat right now, yeah, I was also kind of rushing for this. In my case, it's more of a frantic typing rather than a physical running, so that's why I'm not out of breath. But there you go. Can I be equal Sonic? No, I am Sonic now. I've officially been cast. All right.
Running around the streets of sound. Got places I gotta pull my rainbow. Anyway, yes, guess. Other guests I hear.
Other guest is Ghosty, who hopefully is less out of breath.
Yes, I am less out of breath. I'm happy to be here, in fact.
Okay,
Aren't
good.
we all?
Yes. Relieved.
And Jacob knows exactly why I'm happy to be here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
No.
Before we proceed, by the way, I'm glad that there was that more we cry in unison. Of course I get it. Yeah, that was a labor of a lot of partial rushing because basically. Because of how busy March was, Aiden actually said to me in a call one point, he said, "Oh, we're probably not going to get Epic Party out this month," and I took that as a challenge. So I sent him the finished version of the audio file of the song. Not edited vocals yet, but yeah, I gave him the demo version. So it's like, yeah, I finished this already. So there you go.
Yes, Joshua, I'm fine. I'm just,
We gotta also give thanks for Aiden for making for the music video for that and a thumbnail so that it can actually happen in time. Credit where credit is due and all that.
Yeah, Aiden always comes in clutch.
Absolutely.
Kids don't die live. I promise I won't die. I'm just a little bit out of breath. I'll be fine. I think once we get things started, I'll be okay.
There you go. All right. In that case, if that looked good to you, let's see what the actual content looks like, because now we're getting into the meat and potatoes, I suppose. So let's go and switch over. Probably have to add you Oh, I had to add myself as well. Okay, there you go. All right, but this is the actual episode. So this is episode 7, Trapped of Trip Hop Adventures. And without further ado, on with the review.
She saw
Okay,
the
first
listen about background drops.
First
Good to
thing
know.
immediately, you know how you have some you know how like on some like clock something like horror movies or something you have like the cat like eyes darting back and forth basically. That's
Yeah.
what that reminds me, basically, just like going.
My
yeah.
I'm too out of breath
You're
to
right.
go exaggerated, you know. Ain't it you me my exaggeration in the live chat because I feel the same way.
Yeah. He opted out of being in the VC for this. He didn't know the 2 spots were kind of already pre-claimed, but even so, he said he'd be you know, out of fear of overstimulation akin to Bunny Wunny Tales. It won't be that bad, but still. Oh, there you go. People's eyes are already burning. Okay, we'll get off this image then.
Please. What?
There you go. This one's better.
God.
And now we're back to status quo.
I can't see anything. Like I feel like I'm actually blind. This is not a joke.
You know the one weather reporter from Gumball that's basically that is like canonical, is like neon green, and so every time he goes in front of like the green screen, he is over the top of the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. This. Did I not always have a lazy eye? I am not sure, but now I can't unsee it, so thank you.
There you go, Juan.
Okay. Very slowly falling. Oh, Powerpuff Girls!
God.
Oh, okay. That's what I think of every time I see that intro. Like, I just have, like, a clear vision in my mind, like, from, like, repressed memories. Okay, hold on. So I just resorted a bunch of things because it was lagging for me. Okay, okay. Dress to impress. I just talked about this in class today, actually. Oh, I just realized the phone that Tamsin has right there has like the pink shade.
Oh God! I wonder what I'm asking her, like, why do you pick it in the same color or whatever? She's like, because I like this color. I'm like, but can you just do like different shades of color or add other things to it? And she's like, but I like pink. And I'm like, going close to the mic, being like, Tree Pop, it's okay to like the color pink, but there's also something called too much pink.
Like too much pink, oversaturation.
Yeah, I got my classes to design. Yeah, I got my classes to design gacha characters today, and some of them were making like the ugliest creatures on purpose, but most of them were taking it seriously. Even ones that like used a lot of pink, you know, at least like let me choose different pinks in order to, you know, like have like different accents and balances, and not make them like too saturated for that reason. So yeah, my class, who are not like they're not very adept at gacha at all, have definitely grasped this concept.
Literally, my 2 favorite colors is red and black. And no, this is not big. That's why I decided to play with the red and the black. That's just because she's related to Shadow, so that's why. Just wanted to clear that out. But if you look, I'm a
design characters. Oh yeah, it's gone. Sorry, look at profile picture.
No, I was just gonna say. So like, if you look at my character right now, or my other characters, I usually try to find like what's their main color, but then add to it. So for example, Katie Black, I choose the main color to be red. And so she has a red jacket, but I decided to add other accents to it, like black, because black fits with red, and then like something brown to help put off or whatever, to add more colors to it. And then like her bags are like gray or light brown or whatever to match like the pants, but is a different shade of brown, and it has another color to it. And then like the boots are, I think they're like black or brown or something like that with like white or whatever. So I add white to it as well to make it more realistic, because you know there are brown boots. So, you know, oh yeah, I made her boots like black with the hint of white to say she has boots on or whatever. Basically, I add multiple things to make it nice, but the main color is like the main part of the character's outfit. That's what I tried to do. And technically also like there's one other character that I did in Gacha Life 2 where most of her outfit is like blue, but I try to add different shades or add something where it's like it's bright, but not too bright where it's gonna burn your eyes. You just I just add more a little bit accent to like maybe a dash of purple here or white here or there. So that way it's not just blue, But yeah. Anyways, I just want to say that real quick with my comes with character designs because like I try to think like what's the main color and then what other colors can I add where it's not too bright or too dark or anything like that,
Yeah, that used to be the number one thing that Jay hated in Gacha. So it was instilled into me like very early from like the person who introduced me to it. Well, the person's brother who introduced me to it, but whatever. Yeah, so one of the first pieces of advice that I kind of took to heart. Yeah. Okie dokie. You want to know how to use a good amount of pink? Look at my lovely PFP. It was made by Bon and Emily. Like, perfectly balance the colors. I would even call that like a lot of pink necessarily. But yeah, that's like a good amount. You're right. It's a good amount of pink. Yeah.
I mean, technically, Emma's wearing mostly like a black outfit or whatever. It would seem like her good design, but that's because it's like a stealth suit of sorts or whatever. So like, that doesn't really count. I don't think.
Yeah. Man, we really are sharing the credit around today, aren't we? Essence of collaboration, if I do say so myself. Also, hi, Queen Lisa, who appeared mysteriously. Aiden disappeared. No, I'm kidding. Unrelated.
It's a conspiracy theory all over again.
Yeah. Oh, hold on, wait a second. Oh, here we go. Oh, I guess now I know why the episode's called Trapped. Because yeah, if it's to be honest, you love that game so much that we wish to be in the game too. So it's a game that Tamsin recommended, but Eli loves a lot, and therefore Tamsin wishes to be in the game, and also possibly Eli too, but okay. Knowing this series, they're going to get trapped inside of it because that's the name of the episode, and that's going to be like a whole thing, because that's like half of the Pop's plot lines that, that happen in this entire franchise. So, so what Ace is talking about, he just started calling me father at one point. I don't know what happened there. There's nothing else to explain, really. I didn't encourage it or anything. It just sort of happened.
Surprise! Anyway. You've been adopted.
Welcome to Dress to Impress. In
no.
Well, at least the sounds are accurate. Okay? Yeah.
A game forever. Good luck to break the game.
Good luck to break the game. Is that how you're supposed to break the game? Okay. All right.
Is that how we escape?
I suppose. I imagine what it would be like to be in the game, not put us in the game. I imagine being in the game, not being in the game. That's a very clear difference, obviously.
I'm not gonna question it.
The more I question what happens in Tamsin's beautiful, ugly mind, the more we get lost in it.
I can't even. Why?
People see now why I double up these videos because I have nothing to say about them. It speaks for itself. Also, in the background, does that say Witches Cons? Is Ida the owl lady setting up shop again? Witches Cons? I'm not sure. Anyway. You! How much I hate teleporting in bizarre places. Okay, so I think the implication is that Eli decided to teleport her inside Dress to Impress because, she definitely has that power in civilian form.
Oh,
especially.
Wait, no. Isn't this supposed to be someone pretending to be... I thought there was like an episode or something where it reveals that this is not the real Eli or something like that.
I thought we resolved that, but that might have been British Pops. Yeah, you could be right, honestly. It's rare to see a plot line go on for like more than one episode, even if these are super short. So yeah, I just kind of assumed it was resolved, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, okay.
What the?
Okay, that was a pretty good fade. I would say have the sound effect a little bit earlier, so it like aligns with when the fade happens. Or maybe this video's out of sync. I'm not sure.
Why did she
You can tell me in
became-
the description if it's, you know.
Why did she become Bob the tomato?
Detroit
Well,
become
that's
Detroit become
I was
tomato.
gonna get mad, I guess.
Also, just you don't have to share it or anything, but I sent you stuff Jacob went up like we're talking about with my when creating character designs with the same colors or the main colors of the character, just to give you more examples.
Yeah, I have like a full roster of images to share tonight, so I'm probably not gonna get around to that.
Yeah, no. I'm just that was just for you in general. I didn't. That's why I said you don't have to share it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I will say they say the green mascara is haunting, but aside from that, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, the green mask. I forgot to change it to black at one point. Not gonna lie.
Two of the three images.
Yes, because I copy pasted, not realizing it before it's too late. I was like, well, it's whatever.
Right. Okay.
This is like I didn't have time to change it. It was already too late because I already made these ready for my D&D campaign. I was in before it was over. It was kind of too late.
Welcome, new adventurer!
Hey, at least it's not bad as like the first image I sent you. At least I did better.
I mean, the first image is like a little bit more pleasant blue, to be honest.
Yeah,
kind of like blends in a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Like I choose more pleasant blue. We're like, yeah, it's still bright, but it also has like other shades to it, you know.
The middle image is definitely the most haunting one because like it has like you know darker desaturated versions of the colors except for the mascara, which is bright green, and one of the irises is also orange.
That's a long lore story. Just long story short, she got possessed and turned evil, and hence why one of the eyes is a different color. And that's why
long story short, she got a divorce.
She's a teenager! What?
Yeah, I know. I'm just making a joke and messing with you.
I was like in shock. I'm like, you're really going with that. You really have to go with divorce. Really?
Listen, it's what I do.
I
can't help myself.
Of course. It's fine. Anyways, she's probably just continue.
You know, Clutzy and I had to find a custody battle in Gideon's mind. That's why he was there half of the time and I was there the other. Oh, look, it's you again. Have we met? Oh, no.
Yeah!
Am I bleeding? My nose is red. Oh, wait, it's normally that color. Okay, never mind. Anyways, I'm buff. Okay.
That's a big goal for fun.
It is, yeah. Exactly, yeah. There we go. All right, back to the video. You know, I think I might know how to get us out of here. Me too. Use the exact same spell used to get yourselves in here. Normally, the rules of how it works is that the person who traps you in some place can release you. If it is even an entrapment spell, it's not just, you know, teleporting, as was implied in this case. We don't know that they're trapped outside the title saying they're trapped. Show, don't tell. But also...
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't sound fine?
I am so calm right now. It's not like I have my hands swinging to fish and clenching right now, trying not to scream of despair for Ghostie's sake.
KW currently looks like Tamsin right now, who's gone full tomato as well.
I full went on black arm form at this point. If we're going with my character slaughter.
Yeah. Oh. You do. Absolutely. Watch and learn. The animation reverses. It just rewinds. We sting, of course. Oh, so you're going to be trapped inside Dress to Impress and not even bother to navigate through Dress to Impress. You are just going to immediately sing to get out of here. Well, I wonder what the rest of this video is going to be. No, sing is legal in games. Oh no, it's perfectly allowed. What a shame. If they sing Butterfly, that'd be incredibly ironic. Yeah, it would be, but also these two have... Tamsin does have a duet with Eli, actually. That I definitely have, that I've absolutely not, jammed out to in my own time a couple of times while making dinner. But yeah, like that. So I guess she could pull that one out, or potentially just use a different song, maybe. I would say You Remind Me of Every Hue would be a good song from Eli, but I don't think Tamsin can represent that properly with a, persona.
Wait, is she trying to say that singing is illegal?
I assume so. But also, is it illegal in all games? Including musical ones? I don't know if it is. Rapper the Rapper, I have something to say about that.
There is literally like a game that's still in like beta testing or whatever, whereas it's literally a game that's a musical where there's like singing and stuff like that. I do remember we were playing. Yeah, on the buttons we were playing like a choose your own adventure like musical number or something, musical game of some kind. I forgot what it was called. It was something to do with muses. Again, accurate. This game that I'm talking about is called I think it's called Billy Bus Stop or something like that. Okay, different. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember like the full game, but I remember the one of the songs is like, "There are a million ways to die," or something like that. Something like that. It's ways to die. So funny.
There's a million weird and wonderful ways to say no. Or Dumb Ways to Die might also be the song. Dumb ways to die. So
no,
many
actually,
dumb
the
ways
song
to
is
die.
Gruesome Ways to Die.
Oh yeah, there are a million gruesome ways to die. There we go. I knew I'm missing a word. I just can't remember.
Fair enough. Oh, there we go. Apparently Ace loves the game, and Bond knows it. Chat is going well. Yeah, well, for people who are talking right now, you certainly are quite active. I do appreciate that. All right. But yeah, also, can you imagine like if singing were illegal in games, like the game dance would have been banned like a long time ago. They sing like nearly every video. And also, I think maybe like fun fact about me: the origin of me improvising songs might actually like date all the way back to child me, playing Mario Galaxy with my brother and/or friends from school.
Oh wait, that makes
because I mean, catchy soundtrack. So of course, there was a lot. There was a lot to latch onto there, aside from the ones that I'd already heard in my MP3 beforehand. But yeah, either way.
Stop Isla. Oh, that was just me moving my stuff around. That was me moving stuff around. I don't know why you thought I was eating. I don't know. I mean, I was eating
because it
earlier.
Like a bag of crisps of some kind, yeah.
Yeah, it was a bag of chips, but like, but I was moving out of the way to give space.
Oh, hey, Eli showed up. Good, because I think, well, at least we know that a version of the real Eli is here. Whether or not this is an imposter in video, I guess we'll find out now. Let's see how this goes. And she is
probably going to be like decanonizing this,
I would never teleport Tamsin into Dress to Impress, only to immediately tell her to sing, which is illegal apparently, to escape from the place that I myself put her in. This is character assassination right here. Honestly, would be fair. Yeah. Tamsin always makes sure to mention whenever Eli's in a video. This is for the next episode, not for this one. But she makes sure to mention that Eli's in these videos. But probably doesn't warn Eli of the plot beforehand. That's why.
No,
that's
she
really why I
doesn't.
kind of get the vibe of that. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like what's funny too? Like, I think Treva was planning to do something. She's like, "I'm gonna use your character, Katie Black," and I went, "Nope, you're not allowed to use my character. Nope, because I'm already planning to use my character
Oh,
for
so
something."
wait, so she just like said I'm going to. She didn't even like ask permission. So like I will do this.
Yeah, literally, I don't remember which stream it was or
This
anything.
is a courtesy notification. This usage of a character is imminent. There's nothing you can do.
I think I was talking about like doing something fun or scary or something like scary or something like that. And she's like, "Oh, I want to do something fun for Halloween and probably going to use Katie Black." And I went, "No, you're not." Like I just like immediately, I'm like, "Treva, nope, you're not allowed." Like, and I even said like, if I see you using Katie Black anywhere, we're not gonna be friends because I do not give you permission.
She didn't
Yeah,
even ask for permission. So yeah.
Tree Pop has a issue with taking permission.
Dude,
Yeah, she takes
I
characters,
was
but not
moving it
permission.
back and says, "Yeah, you have no feeling about accusing my balls central." Okay, fine. I was sickly. Look, I ate a few minutes ago, but I was putting the chips away. I thought I muted myself, to be honest. Not gonna lie. So
Okay.
I don't know anymore. I'm getting confused. Let's just go.
Anyway, so one, I just read the rulebook before we got zapped. You didn't know you were getting zapped until a second ago. How do you read a rulebook in that time? And two, we never find a way to break out, which is a lie. If you never found a way to break out of places, you would still be in those places. Oh, that does go into like the issue with like the Pops franchise of like them always being like rescued by a Deus Ex Machina. I would prefer for them to sing their way out of troubles, but possibly after we get to see Dress to Impress a little bit, aside from just the audio from in the background. You know, you are trapped in here. Welcome to Dress to Impress. You are not allowed to sing to leave. And that's it.
I think there is supposed to be lore or something about Dress to Impress being like a horror game or something like that. I don't know.
I too have seen the notifications for those game theory episodes. I have yet to watch them, but I've seen them. As in, I've seen them pop up.
Yeah.
I do not care to watch them.
I used the Ballet Pops with Poor Season 1 was being released. Yeah, even though when I told her I was set in the past, you said it was set in the present, so the time is messed up. I think that also might be why Majesty is in her like white form in Triple Adventures for that reason, because she's like tried to at least account for that aspect, you know.
But hey, guess what?
She'll course correct it. You know, she'll course correct if something is like bashed into her enough. Or at least that's the hope anyway.
I just like if she tries that to do with me, even though I told her no, I'll just be like, I will say something to come and be like, this has never happened. Do not listen to Tree Pop, because she did not got permission from me.
Yeah, no, it was like how she like commented about like what happened after like this. A stream where we like asked her to leave but she wasn't contributing, and then like she like the whole thing, and then I details like a whole sequence of events that led up to exactly why. It's like, you know, if you're gonna post this publicly, I'm gonna disclose everything associated with this so people do not think this is what actually happened.
Right?
And it worked. So, you know.
Yeah, and also I think there was one time where I went into like a what was it? A Buttercore series at one point or whatever, and so I asked you questions or whatever. You give me the full like setup or whatever, how it works or whatever, and I was like, okay, so my idea actually would not work because it would not make sense or whatever for like the timeless stuff and everything like that. Like, I could have like changed it to make it fit, but like I decided to scrap that idea because of, like, yeah, it would not work. It would not fit in the world of Buttercore.
Yeah. Like fitting in a pre-existing show into the Butterverse is difficult, but not impossible. I did it with Apple Witch Academy with minimal consequence, I think, apart from like a couple of fourth wall breaks here and there in the first episode. But
yeah,
for the most part, yeah, it's much easier to pitch something and then like build it from the ground up based on like how the Butterverse works, and then go from there. That's the easier option. That's what I did for Fallen Angels.
Yeah, and by the way, this was like I think way before I decided to stop doing Gacha. By the way, this was like ages before.
I mean, yeah, it would have had to have been, yeah, based on what it was. But yes. Also, if it awkward TikTok voice laugh, and I might do a Cat Valentine's laugh. Oh no, if you want Cat Valentine's laugh, go to KW.
Please
There you
never
go.
do that again.
Oh god.
If I went away to listen to music and then come back later, would you be upset? I've got a song on my mind. Is it the one that I just released? Is it the Ivan song? It's in my mind, but because I've heard it multiple times editing it.
Oh god. Anyways.
And if we don't get out, we're done for in this incredibly, dangerous game of Dress to Impress.
Let's face it, it's not
People
that
take
big
the horror.
deal.
Yeah, give or take the horror theory or whatever, but yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm a genuine.
No, I can't.
Rose Kitty, add 3, please, to the counter.
I know you be. I'm a genuine. Brilliant.
To be honest, every time I read a
I'm glad you know, because I don't.
To be honest, like my brain looking at the sentence goes, yeah, I know I be a gentleman. That's how my brain is working right now. It's reading the sentence, getting confused, so it's making up its own sentence. So literally, I'm seeing Eli saying, yeah, I know I be a gentleman.
Even then, gentleman is an actual noun, so it would work. Yep. Unfortunately, it's water, but yeah, that's a great visual.
Low battery
Having a stroke.
remaining. You better suffer the consequences.
Yep, that sounds like Eli's brain in the scene. Yep. Okay. Right, my iPad is 10%. Rather, is at 10%, which I guess the game Dress to Impress knows going into it. All right. Let's get out of here before it runs out, but we don't have any.
But we don't. What? What's happening?
And any what? Other pairs of eyes checking the script? No, you don't. Other choices. We have to sing, otherwise we suck. Oh, so now you've come around to the idea. Now there's a time limit. You suddenly think, oh, well, there's the only option. Okay.
I agree 100%, KW.
I am not going to scream. I'm not. I am totally calm right now. I am so calm. I am so calm. Can we just please continue?
I would love to say I've never seen Tamsin go back on a position this quickly, but that'd be a lie. All right, let's do this.
Like, this
Now that
is
we've
why I
talked
don't.
about it for an extra. Now we've talked about it for an extra, 20 seconds. Let's do the thing we're going to do anyway.
This is why I don't.
This is why this
like
episode isn't a minute long.
Dress. This is driving the looping sound is driving me crazy.
You not leaving this game.
Ah, yes. You not leaving this game. You may be able to sing, but you're not leaving this game, and you not senpai.
Jacob.
Oh, yes, we are. It's a pantomime now. Oh, no, you're not. Oh, yes, we are.
I'm losing my mind.
Oh no.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I can see like a little bit of the hue of the chroma key here, but that's a decent edit. Okay. So when Wings came out, I complained about a particular frame that was like at the very beginning of the song, because like there are 24 seconds of time where the music is building up basically, and during that time, originally for that episode, Aiden decided to have like a zoom in shot towards Adam where no one is moving, and you know, it was definitely one of the worst ways to introduce a song that I'd seen in Gacha. I somewhat take that back because at least there was a panning shot there. At least there was movement taking place. All that's going on here is we're being stared at by a neon pink eyesore that is like looking directly into our soul. None of this is appealing right now.
Give me one moment, Jacob. Just give me one teensy little moment. Just give me just a.
Let me break down some things that could have been done to make this less egregious. And one of those things is very simple. Dancing.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing else that would have you could use the same animation, but also make this work better. Just build up the instrumental before you transition. So a little bit earlier, then as the instrumental builds up, as it goes to full volume, then cut to the book, then go into here. So we only have a couple of seconds, give or take, of, you know, Tamsin staring at us. So yeah, basically that. Also, apparently this is called Write Your Story. I have to put zero effort to making this song made in 2 days, which I never do. Well, someone making a song in 2 days, yeah, could never happen. Check out the Ivan song.
Oh, she originally made it for Maddie, and she decided not to use it, so she gave it to Johnny instead.
And then she didn't, to use for Gacha Vision. Yeah, I also like made it as for Gacha Vision, but never actually seemed to, end up coming into anything. Yeah.
And I apologize for my bird/dinosaur squeals. I was trying to hold it in, but as Jacob kept talking, it just got worse and worse. So I have a pillow now to give me comfort.
Hey W, have any of your D&D characters been barbarians, perchance?
No, not yet.
Well, for your next one, for your consideration.
Who knows? Right. Maybe Girly Pop is a barbarian.
Potentially, yes. All right. The pink hair accessory is bothering me. It's clipping into the front hair. That's not where it should be. I guess if there is any hair that would need to be clipped back, it would be the hair at your front, logically speaking. So I can kind of see a little bit of that.
Yeah.
That being said, the rest of it is still falling over her face, so it's not really doing its job, but whatever.
Like, I can also see what Tamsin is trying to do is that she's trying to essentially do that thing with the Hatsune Miku hair to where there's clips holding back the ponytails. Except one of them is clipping forward into her face.
Namiko, no, please.
Oh, it kind of looks like devil horns that are supposed to that have been like skewed to some degree.
Agreed.
Oh, there you go. See, yeah, Bon agrees. Yep.
Okay, let's just continue and see what happens.
The true pink demon. Yeah, not pink hair demon. That's Millie from Music Freaks. Not to be confused. Anyway, speaking of music. Little bit, actually.
Why does it feel like this is my song? Oh no!
Like the way it's so ominous as well. It's like it actually feels like it's trying to hypnotize you. Like, are you feeling down?
I don't like no.
Trust me. Trust me.
I am leaving.
Goes into cough in the Jungle Book.
No. I am not going to be part of this Phantom of the Opera. No, I am going to use the bathroom real quick.
Do you want to play with me, lovely girl, lovely girl? Suddenly I'm feeling down. Yeah, it's having the opposite effect. It's having the opposite. You say ridiculously high for you. I've heard you go much higher than this, actually. Unless you mean that the original octave was much higher, and so you sang it like further, like down pitched, to compensate. Honestly, I did that a couple of times in my early songwriting days, actually. So I kind of get that. I overestimate my my chances. Make it 10 times worse if you stand to the camera while doing it. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Would you like to play with me, lovely girl, lovely girl? Let's play some games today. Let's play some games. Funny games. Funny games today. I've got all the exact phrasing, but there you go. All right. It's so terrifying. Wait a minute. I can make it worse. All right. Let's play some games, hey. Let's play games. Funny games.
Okay.
Funny games.
Oh my! What's happening? What the? No! I don't
Would
like.
you like to play with me, KW?
Why? I told you, I do not want for this Phantom of the Opera stuff. No.
I went to go get food for a moment.
Give in, be hypnotized by depressing tunes. You shall be terrified very soon. Yes,
Let's subscribe for Jacob's one-man Phantom of the Opera performance. Wait,
I mean, it's a
Jacob,
duet, so I don't know if I can do mine. Oh my goodness. Why is it genuinely pitch black? I just turn off the lights. It's nighttime over here. It's past midnight. Yeah. So yeah. Now I think about it, I have streamed at 3 a.m. in the past. It's gone to 3 a.m. usually when it overruns, but I haven't like.
I was gonna say, like, do you do those like don't stream at 3 a.m.
No, it's just when things overrun to an insane degree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh God.
Okay. So we return now to questioning why the times and that will wipe on neurons tears. Things won't be fine. Okay.
All right. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. Oh, she's closer now.
No, stop. No, get some help.
Oh God. Okay.
Where's the guy with the giant clock? I need him right now.
She could have been like walking around during the scene. She could have been doing literally anything except for standing there, just kind of staring.
She's just standing there.
No, she just teleports around like weeping angel style.
No, that's even worse, Jacob. No, that's worse. Why do you make these worse, Jacob? Why?
Oh God. Okay. Also, for the record, no, I've not seen the fan art. Unfortunately, I didn't get a ping from it, so it's probably lost in the server somewhere. So I can't. I unless you mean it's on my server, not the Alpha Sisters one, in which case. That makes sense actually, because if it's the fan arts in here, then there we go. No, I see it now. I see it. Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Also, Jacob,
Let's
I have
see.
pinpointed why they call you father. It's because you are the oldest in the Alpha Sister server.
I see. Yeah, because they did like the instruction. They like name age things. That's why they know my age. Right.
They
Time to
revere you as a
remove
god, but little
goodbye
did they
demo
know,
Moana sticker.
before you is one only a month or two older.
You're not in the server yet, so you
Yeah,
you haven't become the mother yet, I suppose.
Oh,
mother,
does that imply that we're married?
Oh god.
No, thank you. No, you're not joking.
Let's not. Let's
Now we're just co-parents. We're just co-parents. Either that or you dethrone me when you enter the server. You dethrone me and I'm no longer father. You just become mother. That's like the title.
I'm starting to see how this song was
I guess
originally
that
made
could
for
also
men.
happen.
It talks about white
Yeah.
frowns, and we don't know many sentences.
Mhm. And
Bond, you're
though
good.
exposing this may be unwise, the fan art that was in my servers here. Behold my
grace.
eyes.
I said to grace our eyes, not quite the vibe I was going for.
I was saving the reveal, that's why.
Oh god.
Aside from the eyes, I really like this. It's just that because there's no sclera. That's why it looks like a void. But yeah, my eyes are like that anyway. My eyes are void eyes anyway, but just they offset by the sclera. So in real life, it's a little bit less scary usually. Anyway,
Usually.
all right.
On with the review, please, before I start losing brain cells again and again and again.
I feel like restarting the video is not going to help with that, but let's see if it does.
Oh my god, it's literally a Maddie song. Wait.
Yep, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
All right, right. Continue. Wait. Hold on. Stop. Wait a second. What was that line? No, go back. What was that? Hold on a second. Time to change. The present is the past. What do you mean the present is the past? The present is the present. What are you talking about? Master Oogway did not teach us this for no reason.
There's a lot of lines within the first couple of things in this song which bring up questionable implications.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, all right then. That also means that life must also have downs, but that was okay, sure. See when I said zero effort?
Yeah, this feels like they didn't do a second take or do more belting. This was like, yep, we're just gonna go with the best. We're just gonna go with minimal effort.
What's on the Christian words buzz as dartboard here? Grace. If you lay with grace and manners, the present is the past. I don't even know what. Also, it is not better than you could do, Bond. You've been improvising a lot of songs recently. I've been like, my voice is catching on to you. Like, you have been doing a lot better, so I don't know.
And I'm still thinking of a girl named Katie Black song. It's going nowhere.
I just wonder why the background was, Technicolor retro wave, and now we're in a house with a picture of a wine bottle and cat.
These are all Gacha Life 2 backgrounds, so I guess as whatever is in there, I suppose, maybe, but
No, Jacob, don't you understand? The present is the past is the future is the present, and the past is the future.
Like you said that one twice.
Kill me.
We read it in the past, but also would read it again in the future. Anyway.
God, let's just continue.
Cartoon cat getting tied up his own arms, yes.
We're never
I know I've
even
been shown the
shown
proper technique for belting.
Well, that must be
Okay,
corrected
that's
sometime soon.
Oh yeah, this is because Bon was talking about like strictly head voice, which which you would think would help with higher registers actually, which does for me. But yeah, that does make things very difficult. That's why in choir for like many years like the range that I struggled the most with in choir was the alto range, because like specifically I was trying to use my head voice to blend in with the other altos. But that also meant I couldn't project. Like I could sing the exact same like the same notes in chest voice, I'd be perfectly fine, but I would stand out too much. And you don't want to stand out too much in a choir. It's all about the group effort. But yeah,
I am literally hiding right now because I'm
these are
scared.
songs of Bob, but I think I can make them slightly better. As we do them from scratch, you can close the casket now. Oh, okay, fine. Well, you're one step away because you're improvising parodies. Like writing parodies as well is like nothing. Like improvising parodies on the spot, like you said yourself, is like that's an extra step beyond. Like I said like that my origin to that date back to like when I was playing Mario Galaxy with friends, but they weren't very good songs. A lot of it was mumbling basically.
Mumbly Jacob.
Mario jumping around and like it was kind of like that, but obviously like less rap and more like whatever the song was playing in the background. Anyway. I do love how this song is writing advice. The irony.
Is the way to go.
Yep, definitely a Maddie song.
I would.
Sadness is illegal, much like singing in games.
This is why I'm hiding in my blanket. My blanket's now my only protection.
Also, I would be jamming out to this song a little more if we did. If all the visuals we had wasn't these two standing still in the middle of random set pieces.
There's so much to give. See it, watch you grow.
See what it watches you grow. Is that if you watching the idea grow, the idea watches you. In Soviet Russia, ideas watch you.
Ideas watch you.
What? Wait! Look at that word! Look at that word! Look at the word! Why is it like it's a mystery? That's mystery.
Okay, no, I understand that actually. Sometimes I've seen that in like sheet music, because they want you to like rate it as mystery instead of mystery as part of the like they want to like draw out the notes. Yeah, it's weird to see it written out in captions like this, but normally it's just sheet music thing. Anyway,
How you stuck looking at history, all the
yeah, they get the same thing.
bad things that you did, a shadow of all the good you hid.
Suddenly this is seeming less accurate to Maddie, but I digress.
Time to change the present is the past. Life has ups, but always lost.
I feel instrumental over the actual song. I mean, honestly, yeah. You know, now you say that, the instrumental actually is like really good. Yeah, I agree.
How you act will define character. You can write your story. Brand new start, new chapter of your life. Turn away.
And now I notice in the background that like the duet is not in sync.
This song gives me Bible camp flashbacks, and I hate it.
Sorry, what giving you what flashbacks?
Bible camp flashbacks.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, target audience, yeah. All right. I caught myself singing along. Oh no, the indoctrination has begun.
I have the protection of my blanket. I would never be
The
indoctrinated.
apotheosis is upon me. The future is the past is the present. What has will be, what is will be no more.
Welcome to the cult. Here's your robe, and here's your schedule for the next 6 months. Pay no mind to the fact that it says worship on every single day. But will you be worshipping? None of your business.
It's the same one M made for. Happens to have the same one that M made for the Jacobs minus the horn. She just knows herself. Yeah, well, yeah, the readjustment of the horns definitely stands out here.
The possibilities. You can write your story. You can write your story.
Was it just me, or did it seem like she was about to like smite Eli at the end there?
I thought she was going to kill you. I'm not gonna lie. I thought she was.
It was like, before I die, can I do one last request? One more duet, please. Final note. You can write your story. Like Frieza's death ball fires.
Like, that would have been a better thing than them turning into fairy lights and floating up into the atmosphere.
I guess that's how you escape Dress to Impress after showing nothing from the game.
Like, there is so many assets in Gacha Life 2 that could be construed as a dress. They did not dress. They did not impress.
Yeah, maybe the particular issue might be like the dressing rooms or possibly the fashion walkway. I don't know. But honestly, just do that. Just use an exterior shots, you know, pretend or something. Or, I mean, we know that Tamsin can keyframe, I'm pretty sure. So, you know. Ah, yes. Wait a minute. Let me see the front of the book again. Ah.
Wow.
Okay.
That's what
The
you're saying.
magical book of beings.
The book of the book of magical beings, yes, for sure. Monster Book of Monsters. Yeah, I do like how the fact that like the logo in this, while not being centered, like the font doesn't match at all for the book of. Like none of this is centered. Like I would have to say that like 99.9% of all book titles are centered in some way or aligned. But yeah, you know, I guess look at that title. Yeah, I can't believe Tamsin made that all by herself.
Why is there magical and being centered? Like there's a space. No, I don't like that because you see the book of magical.
Also, shouldn't beings be in purple by like the color alignment?
Yes,
right?
it should.
It's just like, oh god. Here's the thing. I mean, come on. I have the book called The Black Book, but if we got it to finish season 2,
sorry, I had to. I heard the Black Book.
Right. Anyways, but in season 2, in one of the episodes, the Dog Warlock have said, "Oh, the reason why it's called the Black Book because that's a translation from an old language. So we don't actually know what the actual book is called. It's just in translation to English, it's called the Black Book."
Mm-hmm.
And and fun story. Here's the reason why. It's just because I never actually given an actual name, so I just went the lines with the Black Book and decided to make an excuse of why it's called the Black Book. Because I am not good at naming books with names and stuff like that. Besides my own books like Misfits.
This magical artifact has been passed down from generation to generation. Its powers transcend all that else is known in this world. and hailing from an ancient time in a language now long forgotten. In absence of its true name, we have taken to calling it the placeholder. Honestly, that's going in Sword on My Lawn. That's going in the script.
Yes.
All right.
It has to. I has to. Like, if I don't see it in that series, I will murder you, Jacob.
All right. OMG, we did it. Okay, who wants? There's only one other person here. so
Hello,
we do-
girls. If you want to Isla, you better come to Australia.
Oh God.
That's incredibly vague. Do you know how big Australia is? She could be somewhere in the outback. Never find her.
Like, Australia is at least the size of Texas.
It
I'm
is
pretty
one of the
sure-
largest countries in the world.
Wow, that's really, really vague. Come to Australia. Come to the Sydney Opera House.
Okay, that's more specific. What's wrong? We must go to Australia. Childmaker
The
has
whole
Isla.
country of Australia.
Not my country. And also Isla, I guess. Yeah, so I'm concerned for her. But oh no,
Not my country.
my nation from which I hail.
Oh no, guys.
I feel like Tam just wants to remind people that Ela was Australia, and then yeah. Trust me, Tam, we've not forgotten.
We have not forgotten. Like, to be honest, the times I heard Ela's voice, she does not sound Australian to me. I do not know why.
All right. There we go. There's the instrumental again. See, at least this part's good.
Yeah, that.
I have no pros, no cons. I'll be honest. My brain is dead from this.
It simply is.
It just simply is.
Story.
I will be honest. I know we usually do like pros or cons for like each episode, but can we just go to the next episode, please? Please.
All right, fine.
Like,
Tom's dressed to depress.
I will say, I do have pros and cons.
All right, go for it.
Out of all the Treat and Trust Pop episodes, this one is at least a little bit well edited. Albeit the designs are still color bleach eye bleed, but at least it's not terrible. And the con is that they use dress to impress, but there was no dressing or impressing. Like, my interpretation was like, this is a Scooby-Doo and Cyber Chase thing where they have to win the game to escape.
Yeah, that would have made sense and been an actual thing with stakes and a challenge. But oh no. It's the least challenging thing with Eli's been involved in since Blues Pop Season 2.
Oh no, that's not a high bar.
No, it is not. Whereas they added more facial expressions. That is true. I will give credit at least for like the eye movement actually from Gacha Life 2. Like some of the time. Some of the time they're looking down at they're looking at each other's like torsos or whatever. But some of the time they actually, given the height difference, they'll at least like dart upwards and down. Not much head rotation, which would have also facilitated that, to be honest, and would be kind of a bit more true to life. Some of my editors avoid head rotations just on the grounds that it makes lip syncing much more difficult, or trying to adjust it in Gacha Life 2 means you have to adjust the head itself some of the time, and that becomes a bit of a logistical nightmare to some people. But yeah, maybe that's potentially why. But it definitely does help, at least. Grammar count is at 13. Should it be at more? I don't remember, and I don't want to go back and find out.
Also, I do have a con about the music video portion of this episode. Which in the fact that there was a little motion other than them teleporting around everywhere. There could have been
Which is
more visual interest going on to make you pay more attention.
honestly, even compared to Butterfly, which is a better song in general, but also compared to the Butterfly music video from Tamsin, it's still night and day in comparison. There's more that happens in that one. So yeah, to all the people who haven't heard of Eli's music yet, as catchy as Write Your Story might be to some people, there are definitely far better examples out there that you can find. Even on Tamsin's channel, in fact, if you want the cover versions, but if you want the originals, go to Eli's one.
To be fair, I feel so drained from watching that episode.
Well, you're in luck, because episode 8 is only 1 minute and 45 seconds long, I think. So we won't be here for long. Apparently, it doesn't take that long to search the entirety of Australia. Who knew?
Oh God!
Australia is a terrifying place.
Have you seen the spiders?
Yeah.
Oh no, I meant the dolphins.
All right. Oh, this is fitting music for, trying to get someone back. We need to get back to Australia. If Childmaker has Island, then we need to save her. Oh, now you care, Eli. Now you care. But how do we get there? It's not that you can teleport or anything. Or have a spaceship. No, of course not. We've never seen them solve this exact issue before. If you can teleport inside of a game, you can teleport to a location. I know how we can. Oh, pray tell. 2 hours later.
What?
Yeah.
What is that?
What?
What's this?
Is
Is this an RC helicopter that you bought on Amazon?
I guess. Shooby-doo, shooby-doo. Time for more suffering for you. These videos need the sea ponies to drown them.
For real.
This is my lasted invention. What it hasn't lasted very long. It's broken on the ground, but there you go. The treat copter. So hold on. You mean to say that you beamed down from space to your house to get a helicopter that you're going to use to fly all the way to Australia? Bear in mind that Tamsin is in real life British, and I'm pretty sure the character also lives in the UK, as confirmed by the franchise. So we beamed down. We again beamed down from space to the UK to go to Australia via helicopter. Just throwing this one out there. If you can beam down from space, why not aim the beam down from space to Australia?
Also,
where you are planning to go.
Also, is it just me, or are they giants right now?
Oh no, it's not just you.
Honestly.
I wish it was.
Yeah, I thought it was just the helicopter was really small, but no, the house is definitely also... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the beam has some other side effects they should account for.
They became Godzilla.
No, it's kind of like the TV room in the Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, just in reverse. Teleportation makes you grow rather than shrink instead. There you go.
Either they've grown or the helicopter is hilariously small.
And so is Tamsin's house.
Wait, did we miss something? Because we saw her say this is my latest creation, and then Eli was like, "That's a dumb name," and it's like it's not. So is lasted creation is the name, or did I miss something?
Wait a minute, hold a second. I just read something. Phenomenal cosmic power, itty bitty living space, You really are a genuine Tamsin.
Oh my god.
Anyways, no, I made it myself. But come on, let's save my sister. It faded. It was re-rendered. Anyway. I didn't know that you hired a helicopter, even though you just said in the previous scene that you built it. This is why you write a script. The blades aren't rotating! The blades are still... Someone threw it. That's why it's so small. Someone can throw it into Australia.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
14 years and a
I-
half. You don't need to thank me for nothing. If Tamsin is as old as I think she is, that's most of her life. Anyway, let's fade into our chairs right now. Okay, it seems interesting.
What do you mean? I always fade into
Is
my
it
chair when I
exciting?
take a
No, it's
helicopter.
interesting how we can't hear the blades from inside the helicopter.
Speaking
Also,
of
this is a
hearing
nice
the voice
helicopter
from
space
inside
I've
the
ever seen.
helicopter, shouldn't they be like wearing some sort of protective ear equipment right now?
They don't need it. The helicopter is apparently soundproof.
What?
Never mind. Okay, all right. We're going to crash. Down a tree. Wait, hold on. Wait, that's a good point. Who is piloting this?
Who's
don't
yeah?
know.
That's where
Who's
you're going to
driving?
crash.
Right.
It's like in cartoons when they have a full conversation, then the second that someone points out there's no driver, the vehicle starts to like swerve all over the place.
Abandoned treetopper.
Oh no, it's flying straight ahead still.
Somehow,
Without descending. Yeah.
that's not how helicopters work.
No, it is not. Wow, now it is much larger. Okay, now I get why Australia was so easy to navigate. It's because it's gigantic.
So you were
And they
saying?
died.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess this episode was called Crash. I didn't know that was okay. I guess I should have expected that to be literally it, but okay, that's that.
Well then,
We've got
I
seatbelts,
still,
everyone, yeah.
I don't have pros and cons. I am like drained. Like my
What?
life has been
Also,
sucked out of me. I
That
have
surprised,
nothing left.
that surprised face was really dirty.
It was, yeah, that's true.
All right.
Oh, and yep, everyone's spaced right now. Yeah, can't really say too much about that one again because it was so short and it was just like one scene, and even that the scene wasn't properly constructed. The proportions were all off for everything. Maybe like finding moving blades might have been a bit difficult, but if so, do some camera trickery and don't show the helicopter outside potentially. But yeah. Call upon the sea ponies when you're in distress. Helpful as can be, ponies simply signal SOS. No, seriously, can I signal SOS? Ah!
God.
It's tempting. It's tempting.
Can I get my last hour back,
All right.
please? Can I rewind back in time to the good old days before this?
I am gonna rewind this video slightly because I'm pretty sure there's been an alteration to. No, there hasn't been actually. Oh, wait a minute. The alteration was it? Because I thought when we talked about the book actually, we mentioned the new logo, but I think that was just in the thumbnail, wasn't it? Or I guess maybe.
No. It was on the book in the last episode.
It was on the book in the last episode, but apparently it was also featured on this one. I would have thought.
I could try looking for it.
I don't know. It's just because we have like a list here, basically, you know, of all the episodes where there's where there is a logo of either British Pops or True Pop, you know, adventures being used.
It's mainly only in the thumbnail.
It's been only in the thumbnail. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So regardless of
also,
that, yeah.
like on the book last episode, that's one that I didn't clock right away.
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay, we need to pause on this particular one. So that logo, incidentally, was this logo here. I know you can't really properly see that, but see that. But yeah, this is basically this logo here, and this is the only acknowledgements that we ever get that Ghosty was the person responsible for this logo. So with that in mind, given there's not much to say about the episode, Ghosty, would you like to tell the story of how we got to this precise point? And then we'll go from there.
I offered to make Tamsin a logo for British Pops after watching the first episode. So I approached Tamsin in DMs and said, hey, I'm going to make you a logo. What would you like? And upon given minimal details, except for the fact that Tamsin wanted a British flag somewhere in the design, I was basically given free rein. So I made them the logo for British Pops.
Which would be this one that is a preliminary design, basically, of what it would look like at the time.
And then after that, Tamsin asked me for more logos, which came to the Treat Pop Adventures logos. The only credit that I received was my YouTube channel added with a picture of the logos. And then there's me in the comments doing what I asked Tamsin to do, which was feature my social media.
Yep, that's a good. Yep, here we go. So yeah, so this is what happened. So aside from the fact that like at one point Tamsin tries to make her own logo, ignoring the fact that you've been working on your version, and then all that she cared about was asking like if people thought that her one was good, regardless of the fact that people were complaining about the fact that she wasted your time. But even despite afterwards, relenting and using this one, yeah, this is the only version of that. She asked you directly how to credit you, and you gave her precise instructions on what to do, and she came back with something akin to
every video in which you use my logo, I'd like you to just mention that the logos were not made by you and pin my social media.
Yeah,
simple request, but apparently not for Treat Pop, who was like, I don't know how to do that. Can I just make a community post?
Yeah, because she has no idea how to credit people in videos. Absolutely no clue whatsoever. It's almost like I put this video on here for a reason. It was foreshadowing. It was foreshadowing, and that was the true purpose. Chekhov's screenshot right now. So she's always willing. She's always willing to put Eli in. Yeah.
There are. Do you have the list screenshotted?
I do have the list screenshotted. Here we go.
There are a total of 8. Count them. 8 videos in which my logo was used in the thumbnail. Logos were used in the thumbnail or other context without credit, aside from that one community post.
I guess my question to you, Ghosty, did she ask you permission to still use those logos or no? Sort of, okay. I just have to ask that.
I said she could use them for like her projects, but honestly, it's the lack of credit that boils my blood.
Exactly.
Because I specifically asked for credit, and the fact that it's not there is a little disappointing.
Yeah, I also don't get the double standard because, again, going back to this point here, Eli is like very frequently credited, like not only like just in here, but also, in sometimes it's tagged in the titles deliberately, possibly for algorithm purposes, but regardless, it's still, it still happens. And it's very clear, that Tamsin has, a lot of reverence and respect for Eli particularly, as the creator of the franchise, and also, her favorite of the series in said franchise, and a frequent person that she features on. Without, it seems like Tree Pop seems to either, feature people without consulting them, but crediting them, or consulting people to feature something, but not crediting them as they specifically request. You're perfectly able to, put to tag somebody in a description, that you actively admire and, are kind of sucking up to a lot of the time, let's be real, but not the person who you almost didn't use the content of, wasted her time, and only relented because you got called out for it. Because you said that on my server. And the only reason I didn't find out is because it was my birthday and people were keeping that, giving me aside from that, so that I wouldn't have to concern myself with it. And, if it would only have just been that particular day, maybe she had an off day or something, that'd be one thing. But no, we know that it's happened multiple times, and she just has not seemed to have gone back on this whatsoever.
Also, I wanted to add real quick that, actually, hold on, let me just double check something real quick. Keep talking if you want to. I just wanted to double check something before I say anything, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Just give me one moment.
Okay.
No, here's the reason why. Hold on. Okay, yeah, never. Okay, so what I was gonna say, I wanted to put this up. If you guys know, I also even give credit to Ghosty on the thumbnail with my Legend of Zelda video. Now, however, I didn't put that in the description because I didn't realize you could add people in the description. So now I
Which
knew that.
Tamsin did.
But now since I knew how to do that, I did it for Krypton Lands of Magic and Earthera, giving credit to the voice actors. And not only that, Emily, who did the thumbnail, I said the thumbnail artist. And who do I tag? Emily. Now, it's of course the wrong one because I didn't realize she has two different ones or whatever. And she actually, some point in the future, like, hey, can you tag this one instead? I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, 2 different channels, that is to say.
Yeah. And so that's what that was me because I was learning. I didn't know you could do that until much later. So now I've been tagging people if I'm doing stuff or whatever. Even Eden at one point even told me, hey, can you credit my videos or whatever in your thing? I'm like, oh, you can do that? He's like, yeah. And I've been trying to make sure to do that as well. This is not me trying to say I'm defending Tree Pup because like Jacob said, she's been saying, oh, featuring Eli because Eli's in this series or whatever, but not giving credit to Ghosty. So I don't know what's going on with that because why can't you credit one person saying that this person is in the series, but not the person who made you these logos and whatnot, because I did that. I even tagged Emily twice in a row for her being a voice actor and for her to be the thumbnail artist because she worked on the project on two things, being a voice actor and being the thumbnail artist. It's just so weird to me that Tree Pop did not give any sort of credit to Ghosty. Or the fact that she did at one time, but didn't do it right.
To clarify about tagging someone in the description, that is of course a YouTube feature which can link you to someone's YouTube handle. Ghosty specifically requested Blue Sky and linked to said Blue Sky. Now you you can copy paste links very easily, so it basically accounts that the tagging someone is a very relatively new process. For most of YouTube's history, it's a case of name of person followed by the link to whatever social media they have, including their channel. That's the only recent change. It's made things a lot easier if it's on YouTube itself, but it's by no means impossible to copy a link from Discord and paste it in. And if not, to ask how to do that or to figure it out, basically. For crying out loud, Tree Pop has learned so many different. You can see in these videos that she has learned a lot of editing techniques that I have to assume either come from video tutorials or trial and error of figuring stuff out. So she's able to figure out stuff for herself, when it's convenient for her, but not when it's it's literally a simple step that would make everything so much easier. She seems to be allergic to listening to people in general anyway. She asks for these reviews a lot of the time. She's like, oh yeah, when's the next Triple Adventures review? but then like actually give like advice in those reviews, you know, their intended purpose. And here we are, like every single other time, going over like these things, like just slowly losing our sanity more and more every single time.
Literally, how did I learn? But by the way, guys, remember, I was a person who didn't necessarily believe in scripts until Jacob checked out my content and said, "This is why you need a script." And I was like, that is actually true. You know what? I'm going to learn how to write scripts from now on. And that's what I've been doing ever since. Because Jacob putting out issues, and I was like, okay, you know, let's go for it. Now, of course, there's, you know, Ponies, which is a so bad series, but it's a good kind of thing. Like, I don't think that series ever needs, you know, a script, because that is its unique thing.
Ponies wouldn't be as entertaining if it were scripted.
Exactly. So
which kind of happened with the movie, but yeah, in like so bad it's good is difficult to pull off deliberately, and True Pop is not doing that.
And yeah, no. So that's why I said like Ponies is on a special case, because it was not scripted, but it works for no reason, but it just does. But like other stuff like Cut the Lands or Shadow Duels or whatever, I do actually have a script. Like I actually wrote a script. And like even some of the dialogue and stuff like that. Now sometimes I change the dialogue here and there to fit on the screen or whatever, sometimes, but it's only subtle. It's just like cut some of the words out or tweak a sentence a bit here and there or whatever, where it still makes sense.
I was gonna
like,
say,
you know,
resize the font, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, no. I have like, but there was like one time where I had like long paragraph of dialogue, and I was just like,
oh, okay.
I need to split this either into two parts or just cut it short. I don't know why I need that long dialogue, and it works.
Okay.
You know, that's what I meant. That's what.
Right,
Yeah, I can resize the font, but you know. Anyways. So yeah, I just like, oh my god.
Yeah, a lot of this came out during, you know, like during discussions yesterday, and this definitely added to, you know, the feeling of like, again, like I said before, she's requested so many of these reviews, and it's interesting to me sometimes when people will like keep coming back and like keep asking for more reviews, especially when they're like, you know, doing it super quickly, like from the last one, especially if they a lot of the time Tamsin would when she was still able to be in VC, would ask like after the camera's cut, like when the next review would be like for the content immediately, or what she would say when she was next available, like just really putting herself in the priority, despite, you know, like all the other like the other pieces of content that I could be getting into in the meantime, especially if she didn't even have something prepared in the first place. Like before I like really insisted on the 2-person rule, and she then lied in order to, you know, say that she had more content than she actually did, and that's, you know, I only found out when I had already scheduled the review for that day.
Like, here's the thing also, like, I came in with a new, like, it's not really a new series or anything, it's just like I didn't know what to call it, so I just like, you know, I'm going to make this series called Random Things or whatever, something like, I don't remember the full title of the series or whatever, but I call it Random Things because it's just going to be random stuff that happens or whatever. Right, and Jacob hasn't even reacted to the first episode or anything like that. And I honestly do not care. It was just like a random thing I decided to do when I was really bored and was waiting for dinner. I was like, you know, I have Bakugo, I have a coffee shop, or like a barista card or whatever. I wonder what happens if certain things happen, and I just go with the flow, kind of like what I did with Ponies. It's not as good as Ponies.
I have been meaning to get to that because you did send me like a preview of that, and I was like, okay, I need to like tackle this at some point. But again, you know, there's that like I don't mind people like sending me things that being like, you know, I don't want people to think that like I mind when someone recommends something like Bunny Wunny Tales, for example. Recently, that was a recommendation. Yeah, I don't mind, especially if it's coming from multiple people as well. That's also, you know, means like, again, it's not just, you know, one person. If it's one person spamming their own content repeatedly and then also not adding anything when they're asked direct questions about the content if they're featured in the VC, and only verifying availability. The last person who did that was an individual by the name of Jax Penwell, who is not going to sound familiar to the new people, but is definitely a name that will ring, you know, the bells of the underworld itself for the people who are around in late 2021, early 2022.
And the fact she asked you to also review her series she's not even here. Like, I get it, like, she's probably asleep or whatever because, it's midnight or whatever. But, like, the fact that it's, like...
I didn't warn people about this.
Yeah, but like, the fact that, like, she didn't show up, or even though she really, really wants you to react to these, so I am going to assume that she wants to see your reaction live or ever. And the fact that she's not here right now is just like, okay, I get it, time zones or whatever, but at the same time, though, it's just like, why? Like, if someone is
okay, in fairness to her in this situation, because I have now to point this out. So after I called her out about from like for not contributing much to the VCs, and then after said like the whole bit about being stressed about the streams and whatever, I then the 4 paragraphs I also talked about like these things. She hasn't insisted like nearly as much from that point. You know how I said earlier on in the video that once you Trooper will get a point eventually once you bash it into her enough. Again, subtle foreshadowing. That was this point.
Oh yeah,
here.
I forgot. I forgot about that.
So again, she hasn't been paying as much attention for that reason, and I didn't say that this was happening today to her directly, so that's why she's not here for this. Most of the time, then she would either be in the live chat or once she was able to in the VC, but then she apparently got caught and wasn't allowed the whole time, which didn't disclose that information.
Didn't bode well, did it?
No, it did not. So yeah, suffering the consequences of those actions, but now hopefully also these. Again, once you've established a point enough for her, that's when it comes into play. And I did say that she was patient enough, much like I did with Jax, that I would consider going back to this stuff. And so once she played by the rules and actually made an episode, however short it may be, I came back for it. As indicated. But this time I'm gonna say something else. I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna come back to Tree Pop's content until I see that all 8 of these videos have the proper credits for Ghosty with the Blue Sky link in. Copy pasted again. It's not hard. Look at the description of this video. You can see it there. And also that Tree Pop has actually apologized to Ghosty. It can be a private apology that Ghosty just tells me has happened, or it can be a public one on YouTube. I don't mind which one, just as long as I see something, because I want to actually know that the message has sunken in, and Trooper was actually learning to listen to people, especially if she's the one actively seeking them for for either help or reviews in the first place. Why else would I? It's not about the free promo. It's not just about reacting to this stuff and then not anything else.
Well, the kicker is I made her the logos I did as a gift.
Yeah, trying to make something that we consider has a lot of room for improvement actively better, and not asking for much in return, and still not receiving it.
Yeah, and yes, technically, I don't know if I've said this, but technically, Tree Pop is voice actor for Tails or whatever. That's not necessarily going to change, but however, I want to say this out loud as well, that if she does not put in the actual work or effort, then she is out of the series, no matter what. Because I want her to actually improve and do better. And so that's all I am hoping for. But I am kind of worried, so I hope that she actually push it through and everything like that. If she keeps canceling me or something like that, and seems not able to do it or whatever, or listen to the instructions I gave her, then she's going to get kicked out, because I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible for her. But if she can't do that, then I don't see her being part of the series. So we just have to wait and see. I just want to say that right now, just in case if people are wondering or anything like that, because I'm not necessarily going to kick her out of the series yet, but I really hope that she does improve and does get better and stuff like that, because that's all I'm hoping for.
Can hope for, honestly.
Sorry, what?
That's all any of us can hope for, honestly.
Exactly.
I'm going to reuse a metaphor I used in the Jax Penwell situation. It's like giving a kid a piece of candy. They're going to want more and more candy until you're out of candy. Yeah.
For real.
Probably feels more like, giving birds seed because they do it out of instinct. But yes, also that. Exactly. So yeah, I think for now, here concludes our personal Tree Pop adventures until further notice. you know, if if and when, you know, these videos end up returning on here, you'll know that you know, amends have been made. But up until that point, if TruePop asks you for help for any reason, or you offer it yourself, just make sure you know what you're getting into.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there we go. Thus concludes, you know, what we had to say, and you know, it is as I said at the very beginning, another piece of foreshadowing. We did indeed give Treat Pop exactly what she'd been asking for. With that, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.
Bye bye.